1 year and some technical difficulties later.
Okay. So I don't know what happened with the audio, but for some reason, the entire time I was on my live, it was just glitching the whole time. So I'm just gonna have to do the voiceover. Anyways, we're resuming this world from about a year ago, maybe a little bit more, probably a little bit more. I don't really remember anything about what we were doing, so I was just kind of winging it, which is typically what I do with this game. Like, I had no prior knowledge coming into this game about anything. Like, I'd seen a couple of my friends played it, but I had never really paid attention to enough to know anything about it. Um, yeah, I basically just started with like getting myself reacquainted with everything and everyone. Talked to freaking Brian, freaking, and then I checked all my chests. I did my inventory. I went to go exploring, realized my inventory was full, had to go back, and then I was like, oh, this chest is full. Um, so I need to make a new chest. I had to remember how to make a new chest. I was in the entirely wrong thing, tool, whatever. Entirely wrong. Everything about this was wrong. So finally figured it out, made a chest. I was like, where the hell am I going to put this? Had a whole empty chest in the top of my house, apparently. That was great. Um, so I finally like emptied my inventory. I just took basically potions and food and my tools, and that's it. And then I decided I was going to be brave today and go into the Crimson biome. This was a mistake. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. I've been told that going into the Crimson biome without doing any of the bosses first is a terrible idea. Like, genuinely the worst idea anybody could possibly have. Um, but I did it anyways. Found that out after. So, you know, it is what it is now. Um, I hate the Crimson biome, I think. Everything in here makes absolutely disgusting sounds. Like, genuinely, I have never been more disgusted in my life.
Disgusting!
Especially, especially the spiders. The little, I don't know what the actual word is, but they look like spiders. Those things right there, disgusting. I genuinely hate the sound. The worst thing I have ever heard. Anyways, I did a lot better in the Crimson biome than I thought I was going to. I It took me longer to die than I thought it would. Obviously, I did eventually. We'll get to that, but I made it a lot further than I thought I would. These little flying lobster-looking things, annoying beyond all reason. Um, yeah, enough with the. Yeah, anyways, um, I think this is where I first die. Yep, that was the first time I died. I lasted a lot longer than I thought I would. This is baffling to me. Like, stars were just falling like there was no tomorrow. Like, I'm used to like Zelda, where it's really rare when a star falls and they're like super valuable. In this game, they just be falling out like candy in a piñata. It's crazy. So many stars. Like, is this a normal thing for Terraria, or did I just witness some sort of event and not even realize it? Because I'm genuinely curious. I was sitting here like, what am I going to do with all these stars? I think I did eventually make some of those like sparkly worm bait things. Um, if there's a better use for it, let me know, because there's just entirely too many stars. I decided to go back into the Crimson biome. Going at night was like a really good idea for me, I think. I definitely did not die almost immediately. That's a ridiculous concept, and I can't believe you would think that of me. I think I did really well. Um, why are my hearts going up? None of your business. Yeah, don't even worry about that. I make bad decisions sometimes, okay? It's fine. Immediately right back into the Crimson biome. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. never claimed to not be insane. But yeah, I don't know what I'm searching for in here or what the purpose of being here is. I was just like, let's just do something brave and be a little not smart about it. But yeah, this was a little sketchy there for a second, but we figured it out. Also, is there like a better way to heal, like a more efficient way? This was disgusting, by the way, the spider. And then I just launched myself because I really felt like that was the smart thing to do in that moment. No, I really thought I was going to live after that. And so that was me done with the crimson biome. And I go back to the other side where there's still more death, but less, if that makes sense. This is where I forgot that I have ranged weapons and then promptly remembered. Um, I fought more things. The little bat things, they're now my sworn enemy. Like, they did not leave me alone whatsoever. Um, every 5 seconds, it was like another bat. Little flying rats. I will eradicate their entire species if it is the last thing I do. Um, found some dirt. Really into the dirt. I think this was copper. Yeah, I mined some copper. That was fun. Um, yeah, fell down again because why wouldn't I? You know? And then just had to keep going back all the way back to where I was because, I just can't stop launching myself. No, the last time was actually because of one of those little bats that I will literally eradicate their entire species. Like, they're not gonna, if I could, they would be extinct. Gone, finito, done for. Um, yeah, just meandering my way back. Yep. This time I decided it was a bit of a smarter idea to kind of block off one side so that I wouldn't get launched off the mountain. This is that process. At some point, there we go. And I still end up almost getting launched off the side of the mountain because of another one of those bats. Just, yeah, bridge my way across, don't I? I got so much rope out of these vases, I don't know what I'm going to do with all that rope. Um, Clearly, I don't know how to use rope. And then I jumped again because I was like, that's not that far of a fall. Let's see if I don't die this time. Luckily, I didn't. Um, there was nothing down there, so I don't know why I did that when I could have just jumped across in the first place. But no, now I have to dig through the wall and find my way through. But that's fine. I needed stone for stopping things, I guess. I don't know. Items of many mysterious things. Found this chest. It had some cool stuff in it, I guess. Um, just making my way through this cave. That flower right there, I really wanted that flower, but I could not figure out how to get it. If anybody knows how to get the flower, please let me know. I want to take it home, and it will be my friend, and I will call it Squishy. Um, and this is where I discover beehives. I knew it looked like a beehive. I just didn't expect there to be bees underground. So I touched it. I took that chandelier because it's gorgeous. I'm sure I could just make a chandelier, but why would I do that when there's one that's already made for me? I hate the little eyeball things, by the way, obnoxious. Mined more copper. Oh, and these little blue mushroom biomes down there, those are my favorite things ever. I might move into one, actually. What if I just move into the mushroom biome? And then I found another one of the little heart capsules. That was fantastic. This is where my inventory was full, so I decided to recall potion my ass back home. And of course, the first thing I had to do when I get home was obviously find a place to put my chandelier. So, Brian got blessed with that. Then I discovered my little magic wand. And I was like, this is great. It just seems to make wood from a mysterious source. I'm not sure if it actually uses any sort of materials from my inventory. And if it does, I don't want to know. I want to keep the magic alive, okay? This is like Santa Claus for me. Free things, literally the greatest thing ever. So I built another little house. Because earlier it said something about like nurse whatever leaving. And I was like, why are people leaving my town? Why would they not want to come to my house and party with me? Do they hate me and want me to die? Clearly. So I'm making more houses. If y'all have any tips on how to keep people in my little village, let me know. I know Akbar over here, guy living in my house, decided that he doesn't like the forest. It doesn't inspire him. I personally feel like he hasn't spent enough time hugging trees to really be saying that. But, you know, whatever, Akbar. Um, yeah, I was just looking at my inventory because I found another stool that does +2 defense versus I think +10 mana was my other stool, so I switched those out. I need better armor. I'm just wearing that purple wood armor, and this is me trying to figure out how to close my stream. Have a great day. I love you. Bye.